I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you. I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
I do this for the kids who sit a bit outside the mix, who maybe cope through humor just to fit in for a bit, who never let the world know when depression's setting in. To all of those who know you, that impression don't exist, and it ain't counterfeit, it's just a way to counter it. I'm living things I dreamed about, I still encounter it. It ain't something that a cigarette or alcohol can fix, but all because of it, I flipped it quick, went on to write some hits. This a success, off another breath. This the first step in searching to be nothing less than be the best in what you do to prove their strength in being you. Learn so much in chasing dreams that I never would in school. Depends on where your passion lie, just no passion never lie. Life presents distractions, but your actions have to fortify. The things that you believe in have to scream it like a battle cry, and leave the ones who didn't looking stupid while they're asking why. Couldn't lie, I really do this for the ones I love. Those who treat the music as a vice and lyrics like a drug. Those who need advice on how to lift their spirit high enough to break out of the box they make up lives they know aren't good enough. Just because it's how it is don't mean it's how it has to be. This is what the uninspired testifiers fail to see. Jealousy results from being that which others fail to be, and if it means you're not with me, that honestly sounds fair to me.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Do this for my mother, she'll be working for the summer. Do this for my father, cause these days I often wonder what my life would have been like if I was not adopted. To grow up in a home where I was treated like a problem. I don't know, it's just a guess. Your guess probably good as mine. Lucky that I grew up in a home that wanted me to shine. Lucky that I grew up around some mountains we were taught to climb. Without that inspiration, I don't think that this would be my life. Do this for my friends who've scattered all across the country now. I'm out in Sweden walking back through life so I can write it down. Make a living off the sound, so crazy to say out loud. I'm the biggest thing since Travis Rice to come up out the town. Sorry, gotta stunt a little. Used to have my dreams belittled, but it's all a part of it. I know people's minds are fickle, lines between reality and dreams I blur like faded nights. Come up been so good for me, I wish that I could make it twice.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Well, yes, y'all. Shout out to you guys. I do this for my pops. What's up, man? Thank God it's Friday. Thank you guys for being here. I apologize. I am way behind schedule. We are still shadow banned, currently banned for the week from TikTok. So views are down, numbers are down, people are down. It just happens. Don't ask questions. It just happens when clowns and trolls report the channel for nothing. Like we did nothing wrong, guys. It's just part of it. I'm going to drag this box into here. I apologize. I was just prepping for the show with as little time as I have. I've been getting interruptions nonstop on my phone. I can't function the way I'm living right now. Everything. I hate to be dramatic with first world problems, but I have them right now. I swear. I'm full of first world problems. Shout out to the MVPs. Thank you guys for being here. I will get to the chat at some point. I've been ignoring it the whole time I'm talking. And, you know, I feel terrible because when I come on here, I want to be prepared. I want to be ready, and I haven't been able to do that, you know, in to the standards that I usually am. That's what I can tell you guys. So let's go with this. Let's get in here. Give me a second. All right. So what's trending in today in the world of sports? First and foremost, Daniel Jones is not going to be starting his game. He's out with a neck injury. That means Tyrod Taylor's back in the starting lineup. Congratulations, Tyrod Taylor. Go do your thing. Shout out to Daniel Jones, the $140 million man, or $160 million man not playing. The Giants are one of the worst teams in the NFL. Just how I feel about it. And it all starts with the amount of money they poured into their quarterback. It doesn't end there, but that's a good start. Hey, Miles Bridges surrendered, turned himself in. If you guys didn't know, domestic violence, he had a 10-year protection order put against him. He should not be anywhere near his baby mama, and he probably was. Somebody told me he was throwing billiard balls, pool table balls at the car. Is that what he was doing for child abuse with the kids inside? That dude's got problems, bro. Lock him up. And speaking of people with problems, shout out to this young man. Let me tell you guys something. Sergio Brown, I posted a whole video on him today. Whole video of him fighting police on the airplane. I don't know how you extradite people, but I'd assume it should have been in shackles. You got to go feet, hands to the waist. This dude should not have ever been. He was without handcuffs, being extradited to Tijuana on a flight, and they're just letting this dude, he's assaulting people, and the female doctor comes up and offers him some water and has no clue that he's a murderer and killed his mother. I know, innocent until proven guilty. Here's the film. If you wanted to watch it, go check TMZ. I can't show you here. I don't like any copyright violations. Oh, look at Karl Malone. I thought he was with another 14-year-old. Never mind. Nonetheless, Sergio, this dude, they're telling me it's CTE. I'm just telling you guys, when you murder your mother or your parents, you don't get to blame CTE the whole time. That's just how I get down. Call me crazy. Or him. Either way. Don't have much to talk about there. I'm going to get right into college football. The slate tonight. We have 3 games tonight. Hey, before I get into that, shout out to the MVPs for last night. There was 2 games last night, and I think we all died a little inside. Had West Virginia, if you didn't know, the MVPs had West Virginia at Houston and SMU at East Carolina. I told everybody, we're taking the road teams. We're going West Virginia and SMU, and I believed West Virginia was going to win that game. They were 3-point favorites, but I just said they're going to dominate. Let me give you a couple reasons why. I posted a whole video about all the prop bets, everything that was going to hit, and I hit on 99% of what I said. I really did. Went back and watched the video. I hit on 99% of what I said, but I did not predict Houston would run back a kickoff for a touchdown, and I had no clue they were going to hit on a Hail Mary. A Hail Mary. I woke up. I kid you not, guys. You guys are going to love this. I woke up, and I'll show you this. Somebody always says, Rico, we don't trust you. You don't gamble. You don't bet on your picks. I said, well, I'm gambling my reputation. You guys have heard me say that before. I don't bet on my picks. But let me show you what that did. An MVP got in the chat and got upset with me. Said, you're missing all over the place. He said it to me. I'm missing. I don't know what he's talking about. But I woke up to 153 cancellations. 153 cancellations. There's 153 MVPs out there who are sweating $25, number one. But more importantly, don't have the accountability to understand that they click the buttons. They push the buttons, not me, bro. I give you my assessment. I provide you with information. I've never once labeled myself a capper, a sharp. I don't even know this terminology or lexicon. I just provide information on the teams. There's no way I feel bad about your miss. Am I bummed out when we miss? Hell yes. But if you want to know how much money I lost on that play, on that Hail Mary, and you guys are out here talking about units, 159 people. Multiply that by 25. I lost my ass. Okay? Just letting you know. Lost my ass. It doesn't feel good. But what doesn't really feel good is being followed and supported by people who aren't real, bruh. You're not really about that life. $25 and you're mad at me? You're not built for this. You were temporary to begin with. I'd be surprised if you're subscribed to my channel, if you're in this live stream right now. That's what I'd be utterly surprised. You're mad about a bad beat, the bad beat of the year. How often do Hail Marys hit? They show those replays over and over and over when a Hail Mary hits. And you're mad at me the day a Hail Mary missed. That's bananas. Shout out to SMU at East Carolina. All you MVPs upset about that Hail Mary. Where were you when I said SMU's going to win this game by 20? Preston Stone over yards. Give me the under on the entire game and the team total under for East Carolina. All this was in the MVP video. All this is for all of you to take and digest and apply your units to. But instead, you sit back and blind tail a chart. Never going to learn. I got a screenshot from a guy. Oh, man, I'll pull this up. I don't have to do nothing fancy. Check this shit out. We'll go to Twitter right now. Notifications. Look at this screenshot right here. Not perfect, but Living Donor Bets says not too bad of a start to the month. He is up 166 units as an MVP. He also wrote hashtag F Grayson McCall because we missed on that. But this man is up 166 units as an MVP. He's taking notes. He's paying attention. He's tagging me, saying thank you to Rico. Thank you to Rico Knows. This man, Vendetta V, hit a 1,200 parlay straight from the MVP sheet because he's taking notes on all the prop bets. You got to care about your money. I can't do it for you. You got to care about your money. Daniel Henderson. This man's tipping me out daily. These are all him hitting on all his winnings. Doing it one at a time. No parlays needed, just straight up winning. Each increment as he goes. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. He's got it right here. Shout out to the MVPs who are doing it right. MVPs giving me love. Props. Dude is crazy authentic. He let me know he hit on a plus 100 when I said Charlotte would cover the spread against Florida. There's some people built for this, and then there's those guys who woke up in the morning and said, I'm out of here. It's cool, man. Your wife probably cheated on you and you stayed with her. Yep, your wife's taking more money from you than me, bro. And you stay with her. She knows the neighbor really well. Just keeping it real. Tonight's games, Tulane at Memphis. Tulane at Memphis. We're talking about Michael Pratt, Keys, Jackson. Tulane's got 3 studs, a stud running back. Tulane can score all day. I can't give you a take on any of these games, by the way. They're all MVP locks. You want to know? Become an MVP. Shout out to our boy Kevin Lester. He just became an MVP as I'm talking. Congratulations, Kevin Lester. Welcome to the team. But we're right here. These 3 games. There's a video on it. Oh, Rico, it's a 10-minute long video. Sit down and take notes for 10 minutes, and you'll hit all night tonight. Or take a screenshot of the damn chart and miss all night. And go, oh, Rico, we're only at 60% for the week. What are we for the week? We're 4-3? We're 4-3? Take that calculator out, bro. Let's go. We're sitting at 58% right now. 57%. My bad. We got beat by a Hail Mary, bro. We'd be over 60%. That's life. Welcome to the world. Tonight, though, Memphis and Tulane. Great quarterback play. Get excited for that game starting at 7. We'll be live streaming it. Have a watch party going at 7. I will be on. I will be there. Hopefully, all the MVPs are there. Many are there. We have hundreds there. Thousands there. Fresno State at Utah State starting at 8 o'clock. We'll have that on another screen. No big deal. And then we're all going to lock in on Stanford, Colorado at 10 o'clock tonight. Bring your Dr. Pepper. Get your energy up. You got to be up all night. Stanford at Colorado. We're doing this, okay? So these are our 3 games tonight. It's a night full of football. You might not want to bet on them because it's Friday. I understand. Save your money for tomorrow. We got an MVP-only live stream tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. That's right. I'm working overtime on all these games. I'm providing props and picks on every game on this damn chart. I always do for the MVPs. Now, the MVP chart has only certain games, but I'll talk about it. I talk about the whole slate. Whatever's on FanDuel, I talk about it. I go down the FanDuel chart. Not this chart, the FanDuel chart. That's real. But we'll break it all down. Now let's talk about our conferences. We're in the Mountain West and the Pac-12. Look at the Mountain West. Fresno State and Utah State, that's tonight. Nothing to really talk about outside of the fact that Fresno State does not have Mikey Keene starting. So they're with their backup quarterback, Fife. Fife did not play great last year. We'll see what he can do this year. Utah State has 3 great running backs. 3. I'm letting you know, Utah State's tough. They're tough. But obviously Fresno State's the favorite. UNLV at Nevada. Nevada's not a punk, guys. UNLV's a nice team. I love UNLV. Like their running back room, love their coaching staff. Nevada's not a bad team. They've been covering the spread because Vegas doesn't respect them. Just so we're aware. San Jose State at New Mexico. Another good team that's just been losing games and not finding ways to win. I'm sure they're going to win this week. Wyoming at Air Force. The Juggernauts. Air Force undefeated. Got a record going here. Looking like beast. Wyoming just beat the crap out of Fresno State. They were up by a lot at halftime and never had to even worry about that win. Wyoming is dominant. They looked good against Texas earlier this year. Wyoming might be the best team in the Mountain West. Don't get it twisted. But obviously Air Force does not throw the ball. They just run, and they're going to try to run you over. Wyoming's got a nice front seven. They got a nice offense. Harrison Whaley, the Northern Illinois transfer. I like Wyoming a lot. Then you got Boise State, Colorado State. Colorado State can't stop a bloody nose. They get scored on by everybody. They just gave up a ton of rushing yards to Utah State. I think Boise State's going to just punch them in the mouth, run all over them. Shout out to Gianty. I think that's happening. San Diego State and Hawaii, 2 of the worst teams in the Mountain West. Somebody's got to win this game. I want Hawaii to win this game at home just for Timmy Chang, just for their coach, just for Timmy Chang and recruiting purposes. Maybe you can get some of those Polynesian kids from San Diego to say, man, I want to go to the island and rep for my people. Let's do something like that, man. They got to keep people on the island. If they did that, could you imagine Hawaii? Hawaii as a university, if they kept all the best players on the island, all those linemen that go to the Pac-12, all those star linemen that go to BYU and Utah, Oregon and Oregon State, USC and Stanford, like all those guys. If you could keep them on the island, bro. I'm watching Hawaii high school football, and I got a team beating St. John Bosco. I got a team playing Mater Dei. Shout out to the both of them. They're playing tonight. It'll be late at night, but they're playing tonight. But I'm watching Hawaii high school football. Shout out to St. Louis and some of the other schools. They're good teams. They got good players. If you could keep them on the island and keep them all at Hawaii, they would win the Mountain West every year. They would win the Mountain West every year if they could keep all their players on the island. But you know what? They get scalped. They take all the players. It's just what happens. Let's look at these Pac-12 matchups. Obviously tonight you got Stanford and Colorado. Stanford, I rewatched all their tape this morning. Watched all the film on Stanford this morning, so I had a better gist of who they are. That's why the MVPs got their video late. I think I got the MVPs their video at around noon or 1 today. Usually try to get it to them by 9 a.m., 10 a.m. on game day. I got it to them late in the afternoon because I had to go back and watch all the Stanford games to make sure I knew what I was looking at when it comes to Stanford football. I think I got a good grasp of what they do and how they do it, so I'm excited for that game tonight. Cal at Utah. Let's do it, man. Mendoza's putting up points. Utah doesn't score much. They have a great defense, but they struggle to score, and Cal scores against anybody. Anybody. I don't care who you is, miss. You can get the business. That's how Cal feels. They show up and they'll score. It's like me in a nightclub back in 2000, bro. I'm showing up, I'm scoring. I'm telling you, I really believe in Cal scoring points. Don't be surprised if they cover that spread or there's an upset there because Utah just can't score. I believe in Cal. Oregon at Washington. I'll tell you right now, I think there's a shootout waiting to happen. Shout out to Bo Nix and Michael Penix Jr. Go do your thing, man. Go get your 300 yards. Go have your Heisman moment. It's a shame that the best teams have to play each other, but these are 2 of the best teams in America playing each other. They really are. I think Washington's winning the game. I think Washington's more dominant. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I think Washington's winning the game. And then Arizona at Washington State. Man, Arizona's so good. Their defense is so good. It really is. I hope they match up well. And then I also hope Cam Ward plays out of his mind. Cam Ward needs it. He had a bad game last week. Cam Ward needs it. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Cam Ward struggled, and he shouldn't be doing that. So let's see it. I want to see good games out of these teams. USC, Notre Dame. They're telling me the weather's going to be trash. That obviously favors Notre Dame. It's on the road, or it's in Indy, so that obviously favors Notre Dame. But remember what I told you guys in the preseason? Do anybody remember this? You guys probably don't remember this. But I have a video, and I know that I took notes on my shows all offseason. Remember, I would stop and tell you guys, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. It's on another, I got to find another spreadsheet I have. And one of these spreadsheets, I made a prediction. And I told you guys, I have Notre Dame losing 4 games in a row. I told you guys this. And I picked these 4 games. There it is. Look at this. I just pulled up the chart right here. I did it that fast. I can find it that fast. Notre Dame, 4 losses in a row. I said this back in June on the 19th. Now, they lost to Ohio State. They lost to Louisville. And they're going to lose to USC. That's my prediction. But they beat Duke, so I got it wrong. But I called this shit back on the 19th of June. I said, are you kidding me, bro? I think Notre Dame's losing 4 games in a row. And they should have lost to Duke. They were losing that whole game. And they a miracle. They scored at the end and they won the game. But they were losing for 3/4 of that game. Think about that, though. I called this shit months ago. Oh, boy. Now, if they beat USC, I'm wrong. But, man, if USC beats them, I saw this coming. 4 losses in a row. It was only 3. It was only 3 out of 4. But all the Notre Dame fans who told me they were going to be national title contenders and they were going to be at the top of the mountain and all this shit, I said, nah, man. I watched this team. I assessed them. And I looked at their schedule. I don't like their chances. And at that point, back in June, I liked Duke. I said, Duke's beating Notre Dame. Everybody's, man, this guy's tripping, bro. I'm like, no, I looked at the rosters. Assess the talent. I'm Rico, man. I'm different from y'all. I'm not the same. So, yeah, I don't like Notre Dame. Good luck to them. UCLA at Oregon State, what a wonderful game. What a tough, mean game. I think they have hard-hitting defenses. They have the most inefficient offenses you'll see. I just think it's a slugfest waiting to happen. UCLA, Oregon State, you better eat a pregame meal. You better show up ready because these two teams are blue-collar. Straight up blue-collar. And I know that's crazy saying that about UCLA, a bunch of surfer dudes and shit. But the players they got, nah. The players they got, they're not from Van Nuys. They're not from Rancho Cucamonga. They're not from, I don't know, name it. What's that beach? Yeah, that's Van Nuys, right? They're not from, no, they're as tough as hell. They got blue-collar dudes. UCLA's tough. It's an exciting game. I'm excited for the Pac-12 matchups. Some of the best in the whole country. All right, guys, so those are all the matchups between these two conferences. Now it's to your questions, comments, and concerns. Let's go. If you got a question, put it in the chat. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. Let's go. Shout out to the GOAT, became an MVP, Corey Woods, VHM, Zachary Vinig, Johnny Johnson. All you guys MVPs. Willie Bobo says, hit that like button, my MVPers. And welcome to the most talked about. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Don't forget the show. Don't forget the merchandise. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Willie Bobo. Yeah. Merchandise is at ricoknows.org. I have a website. I'll pull it up here. You just go www. I think you do. ricoknows.org. And then, boom. All the merch is here. You get a hoodie. Want to see a dead body? Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. You get anything you want. We got hats. We're still, hey, let me tell you guys something. You can get anything made, bro. But this bag right here, my girl bought one of these. She bought one of these. She goes, it's free advertising. Nah, man. This throw blanket is banging. Now, I know it's pricey. Oh, my goodness. This is what I'm paying for this shit? Oh, my goodness. Rico Knows. Oh, a die-cut sticker. A sticker. Sweaters, hoodies, whatever it is, y'all. Coffee mugs, cups. Who drinks coffee? Get one. But there you go. There's all the merch. We can add other colors. All you got to do is send me a DM. Tell me what you want. We can go make it happen. Takes me about 48 hours. We can make it happen. RicoKnows.org. Anyways, Frederick Burton, you're an MVP. Congratulations. Watson Thomas, you're an MVP. Congratulations. Dimitri Dixon, welcome to the fam. Derek Scott, an MVP. Ryan Rossellini says Mendoza had Cal's offense looking competent last week. Do you think he's their guy the rest of the way? So Ryan Rossellini, I hope he practices well. But when you look at Cal, he's talking about Fernando, guys. Where's Cal at? They're right here. When you look at Cal, obviously they have three quarterbacks. They have Finley, Samuel Jackson, and now they went with Mendoza finally. And in a 52-40 loss to Oregon State. Who's putting up 40 points on Oregon State? Cal. Told you, Cal can play. After being shut out in the first quarter, they started going ham. And they were able to go, blow for blow. Pause. So look at their offense, though. Isaiah Infante right here. This is a transfer, all-time leading rusher from Montana State, FCS guy. Transferred in. He actually transferred to San Jose State in the winter. Spent spring ball with San Jose State and then transferred over. There's Andrews. I get all the inquiries about Andrews. It's just nice to see Mendoza hooking up with his tight end. But Mendoza, 21 for 32, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception against a team like Oregon State. So impressive. So impressive. I love what he did. There's got to be confidence in him. And none of the other quarterbacks have looked quite as competent as Mendoza did against the best team, the second best team they've played so far. None of the other quarterbacks look like this. Okay? Now, they put up 58 against North Texas. Okay, that's easy. They struggled like hell against Auburn, and I want to tell you, it was like 4 interceptions by Sam Jackson. Idaho's not a punk team. Idaho's good. And then they struggled with Washington, but still, 32 points against Washington. Teams aren't doing that. Get your win against Arizona State. I look at Cal, and I'm like, man, this is murder's row. This is brutal. This is not easy games. They got 4 games in a row. Just, poor Cal. But when you go look at their stats, look at these other quarterbacks. Sam Jackson the fifth and Finley, right? NC State transfer, TCU transfer, and then a kid from Florida. But when you look, completion percentage a little better, average on point. But what really matters to me is taking care of the ball. These 4 interceptions will get Finley on the bench, getting sacked a lot. Sam Jackson runs, though. Sam Jackson's a running threat. 59 yards, Sam Jackson. Mendoza letting you know he got it. He's able to get and do his thing. So when you watch box scores, like me, when you're a box score watcher like me and you don't watch tape, yeah. No, you think that, hey, maybe one of these other quarterbacks is going to get back in the starting lineup. I'm telling you, man, Fernando Mendoza gave his team new life. Like, they really got excited about him being on the field. The receivers, everybody. That dude's real. And that's what you're looking for. So shout out to Mendoza. I think he's got a shot to be the quarterback the rest of the way. Remember, Troy Taylor is the head coach, and he selected these 2 transfers. He brought them in. But it's still early enough as a new head coach that you can pin your career on another quarterback. You don't have to settle for the dudes who walk through the door. You can go with what you got. That's how that goes. David in Arizona says, good afternoon, Rico. What can you tell us about Martell Irby? Well, Martell Irby is a little guy, short. He's a defensive back. He started off really strong, and then he's kind of tailed it off, right? I remember seeing him in the first game of the season. He had like 7 tackles, and then I was like, I got to watch tape on this guy because he's a UCLA transfer, okay? So he was at UCLA for a while, for a couple number of years, and really I thought he had a breakout year, but he's been in school for so long. He missed all last season, okay? But he's been in school for so long that I just feel like he's really experienced. He's physically dominant. He's ready to contribute. But he's fallen off these last 2 games, at least when I watch tape. He doesn't stick out, not making the play, not getting there. But, yeah, it's an exciting young guy or a little guy that's physically developed and more mature and adds, I guess, experience to your defensive secondary. I like him. Cool dude. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, David. David in Arizona always asking tough questions. Thoughts on Kaleo? Okay. That's not a real name. Are you trying to make a joke? Is it a real player at UNLV? He's not doing anything at UNLV. I think you're just trying to make fun, Mike Schmidt. It's not real. I don't know that kid. I watch tape on every team. Are you just trying to pull a stunt? Who's the tight end? What are we doing? There's no tight end by that name, bro. I don't like that shit. Don't come to my show and try to troll me, man. I know players, bro. We're here to have a conversation about players, and you go make up a name. That's not a real name. What do you want me to do? Oh, yeah, I know that guy. He's pretty good. You think I'm in here faking this shit? Mike Schmidt, you're not welcome here anymore, man. We won't see you anymore. You have to make a new account if we want to see you. Good afternoon. I won't be able to watch the live, but wanted to ask, do you think Washington was just playing conservative against AU? More use of the running back tight end rather than stretching the field like usual. I think some teams will game plan and take your tools away from you. I think it's difficult. They match up well. Arizona's got good defensive players. Arizona has good defensive players. They're good. The Wildcats? Yep. They line up and match up well. They're not a joke. I like a lot of their players. Matthew Robertson, congratulations. You're an MVP. Welcome to the team. Make sure y'all like the live up. Remember, bet responsibly and find all information possible. That's very important, Raglan. Combine all your information. I say concatenate. It's a cyber term. Combine it all. Good day, sir. What up, Boss Omar? Nick Giltner says, what up, Rico? How do you think Nevada gets out of this bad stretch? They're doing it. They got a good coach. They're doing the best they can. Don't think Nevada's bad. They did well in the transfer portal. They got what they could. They're competitive. They're better than people think they are. That's why they keep covering the spread. And they just need to change the culture. They need to keep hitting the transfer portal. Somebody's got to lose these games. I love what New Mexico and Nevada did in the offseason, and they're still not good enough to win games. It's the reality. I want to tell you, Nevada got 10 Power 5 transfers. That's not bad, man. You go out and get Power 5 transfers. Nevada, let's go with Nevada recruiting. Now, the one thing I will say is Nevada's recruits not as good as UNLV's, not as good as New Mexico's. They got 17 guys. They don't have a base of where they're getting these guys. Look where they got them. Jersey, Australia, a lot of California. That's fine. But when you look at the transfers, look at these transfers, and you go through these transfers list, look, it's SC, Cal, right? Colorado State, Eastern Washington. This is Utah Tech, Cal again, New Mexico, Colorado, and then you see the 3 Oregons. Their head coach used to be the Oregon linebackers coach. He got 2 of his linebackers, and then he got Sean Dollars to come over, the former Mater Dei running back. Like, he went out and he used his Pac-12 connections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Pac-12 transfers. What do you think's going to happen? Like, they got to get better. But you got to develop your players. You got to go out, develop your players, recruit better, and develop. You got to coach. But, yeah, they got a ton of great transfers. They got transfers, and they're worth a damn. Ashton Hayes, bringing him back home. That's a Reno, Nevada kid. You bring him back home from Cal. He's a good running back, kickoff returner. They got multiple players out here worth a damn. Somebody's got to lose. I like what they're doing. I'm really encouraged. Sucks, though. Kyson Brown getting the start at running back this week for ASU. What do you know about him? Not much. I know that he was 4th string going into the spring or going into the fall. Don't know much about him, though, to be honest. Darius Pearson, thanks for asking. I'm excited to see what happens on tape. I know anytime he's been on tape, I've never been impressed. I never stuck out, never noticed. Nothing. Shout out to Gwyn Echo. Thank you for becoming an MVP. Welcome to the team. Jalen Brown says, I know it sounds far-fetched, but what happens if Colorado was to win out? How much would that shake up the Pac-12? Well, it wouldn't shake up the Pac-12. If Colorado wins out, they're still going to finish 4th in the conference. Even if they're 4th in the conference. And that's if Washington State loses another conference game, then they would be 5th if they don't. Because the top 3 have no losses. So USC, Washington, and Oregon all play each other. And USC, Washington, and Oregon are looking at I'm sorry, I moved it over here. So USC, Washington, and Oregon are all undefeated right now. They all play each other once, so they can give each other 1 loss. Well, somebody's going to take 2 losses, maybe. But outside of that, you're gonna have 2 losses. They could each have 1 if they round robin each other. You'll still be 4th. And you don't have any tiebreakers against these guys that get you ahead of them. Nope. You're behind on the tiebreakers because you lost to them. And that's just the reality. So, yeah, Colorado's not shaking up anything in the Pac-12, whether they run the table or not. Limitless Leadership joined the MVP package. Congratulations, man. Welcome to the team. What up, Rico? Make sure if you joined MVPs, guys, if you just joined while we're doing this live, you need to go watch the videos. They're on the MVP playlist. You learn everything you can. What up, Rico? You still banned on TikTok? Sorry about the pause question. Didn't mean to get you banned. Unstupid. The question did get me banned, but I'm banned for, I think, another 4 days. So I'll be back next Tuesday, I believe. Juan versus Blends. Damn, Juan versus Blends. You do haircuts, bro? Welcome to being an MVP. What's good, Rico? What's good, fam? Thanks, Rico, for the MVP Friday video. Appreciate you. You got it, Jerry. I'm putting in all the work I can. Big haircut. I get a haircut every 2 weeks. Thank you for noticing. What do you think about ASU's Rashad Samples? Nothing much. Nothing much, Darius Pearson. Apparently, you're an Arizona State fan. I appreciate it. I'm going to get a ton of questions about it. I'll tell you, a lot of Arizona State kids, for me, leave a lot to be desired. And it might be Kenny Dillingham not getting the most out of them, or it just might be the way they perform on tape. But I find them to be utterly boring when I watch their tape. And I watch everybody's film. I rewatch all the games. I rewatch all the games every day. So on Fridays, I rewatch all the Pac-12 games in the morning, and then from last week, and then all the Mountain West games. Takes me about 40 minutes to watch a game. Watch it at 1.25 speed, cut out commercials in halftime. It can be done. And Rashad Samples doesn't stick out to me like I'm impressed or anything. No shade. No shade. I'll keep an eye out. Next time I see you, Darius, I'll keep an eye out. Lewis Henton, what up, man? I feel you, big dog. All you got to do is shake back. Thank God, Hokies. Okay. Hey, Rico, any chance you'll make a video on the offensive lineman coming into this upcoming draft? Yes, Antonio Perez, I make videos on all position groups in the offseason after football season. I really do. I go check them all. I do videos, and I'll be doing top 10 linemen. I'll be doing 10 linemen you never heard of. I'll do linemen that are going to make the final 53 as undrafted free agents. I do all kinds of shit. Shout out to you. Jerry says, put him under the jail. Put both him and Sergio. There you go. Veldon the Handyman says, Rico the Godo. I appreciate you. You just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I need it, man. We're doing it. Mother soft, gang. Shout out to you, Raglan. Them boys were soft as hell. Rico, what's good? What's good, Big Trust? It's called gambling for a reason. Yeah. They're children. Oh, good, Rico. They ain't real. I try to donate, but don't gamble, so no MVP for me. I got it, GFT. I appreciate you. No problem. Is tomorrow's Oregon versus Washington just a prequel for the Pac-12 championship on December 1st? Not necessarily unstupid. Not at all. USC has to lose in conference first, and USC hasn't lost in conference. So it's not the way it works. Stop tripping, Rico. Real ones know what they're getting into. I hear you, Brandon Grantham. I hear you. We need 1,000 real ones. We need 1,000 real ones, or I got to go get a real job. Any free non-MVP player prop looks for tonight. Big Trust. Non-MVP player props for tonight. Let's do this. Because you asked me on the spot and you're here at the live stream, I'll reward you right now, bruh. I'll do it on the spot with you. Let's go. Sportsbook. Click on NCAA. For tonight, let's go the first game. And you know what? If you guys watch the live stream tonight, the party, I'll give it a free prop every single game, okay? If you're watching every single game, I'll give a free prop. So Tulane, Memphis, you want a prop that I didn't give the MVPs? Straight up. Anytime touchdown scorer. Obviously, Blake, hey, look at this. Nah. Go to passing yards. Nope. Receiving yards. I like Jackson over 45. I like Keys over 66. But I like Jackson over 45 at 114. Okay? If you want to go ahead and look at this is the second best wide receivers on both teams. You can go Blankumsey. No, don't do it. Go Rock Taylor. Those two together, that's 216. Take their over on their yards. 216 for free. Right there. Jackson and Rock Taylor. Now you're cheering for both teams' offenses. And all you need is 45 yards and 62 yards at plus 216. You put a unit on it, whatever your unit size is, let's say $20. You win 43. It's a good Friday night. Get crazy, bro. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. I believe in Blake Watson. Blake Watson's going to play well tonight. So is Mekhi Hughes. What's that first half total? 26? Let's go over on that. Let's go over on that, y'all. Take that first half total and take a Blake Watson anytime touchdown. Combine them. 147. There you go. Hughes anytime touchdown. 269. You take the over and you take both running backs to score. You can just get creative with it, y'all. Keys is going to be a monster tonight. Keys is always open. Take the over and Keys from Tulane to score a touchdown. Look at that. Put 100 on it. Good luck. Those are all free thoughts out loud, bro. That's me just thinking out loud. Good luck. I hope you guys hit. Rock Taylor. I like everything about Rock Taylor. Rock Taylor, 70 yards. He's a monster. Now the DBs at Tulane can really play. It'll be hard to get open. And for that reason, I think Seth Hennigan starts running the ball tonight. Where's the rushing yards? Player rushing yards? Is Seth Hennigan on here? He's not. I think he's going to have to run. You could even do it. Where's that anytime touchdown? Seth Hennigan, 180. He might run across the line. He might run across it. There's all kinds of shit. Good luck, y'all. Thanks for the question. I'm just thinking out loud with you guys. I'm just thinking out loud with you. I don't feel comfortable not giving you a complete lock, though. I don't feel comfortable not giving you a complete lock. Let's go to Fresno State. Nobody knows anything about Utah State. Player passing. Player rushing. Hey, you see this Cooper Lagasse guy? He's going to throw more than 2 touchdowns. There you go. Utah State, throw more than 2 touchdowns. Cooper Lagasse. He's been playing lights out. I think Malik Sherrod's going to rush over 65 yards for Fresno State. You can get rid of that. Give me anytime touchdown. Look, let's just cheer for Malik Sherrod all night. Anytime touchdown. Malik Sherrod. There you go, 142. Malik Sherrod, 65. You need 66 yards rushing and a touchdown. Fresno State, 142. Go. It's all there for you guys. Get MVP. You know all about it, y'all. I'm just letting you know. Back to the chat. Sorry about that little tangent. Sorry for going off. Let's go. MVPs are up. Shout out to Darnell McGahee. Hey, let me tell you guys something, man. Any free? Yeah. Let me tell you guys something, though. The MVPs that show up to the live stream every night, when we're popping, hey, man, it's popping. I love watching football with you guys. I love watching football with the MVPs. Number one, they're very intelligent. They know the players. They know the teams. I got some of the most intelligent followers. There's people out there watching, they're watching, who's that guy, McAfee? They're watching First Take. They're watching, who are those bums? Barstool. And then they're watching me. And my fans that are watching me, they're way smarter. They're just better. They just know what the hell's going on. They get excited about shit that's going down in the game, and we're talking about it. And they're giving me updates on the other games. Like, it's amazing. I love watching football with you guys. I can't be at a bar around a bunch of idiots watching football. I can't do it. I hate it. I won't watch it with my cousins. I won't watch it with some friends from work, but I watch it with MVPs. They know what's up. Anytime I see green chat, I'm like, man, they know what they're talking about. Real talk. Do we need to show proof? MVPs are up. Do we need to show proof? Shout out to Darnell McGahee. This man is up, and he said, I got to show you proof. Rico, what's up? Missed a lot of the lives. Been busy at work, but wanted to catch your content today. Shout out to the MVP sticking with Rico. Thank you very much, guys. Kevin Lester, welcome to it. Hope you hit. Congratulations. Even after the Hail Mary, I'm up 6 units. Look at that. Darnell ain't playing with you guys. That's a real man right there. Shout out to Dylan McCarty, just became an MVP. Welcome to the team, bro. What team does Stanford resemble the most in the ACC? In the ACC, Stanford resembles, right now, Virginia, and not even Virginia Tech. It's a little Virginia Tech-ish. They're a run-heavy team. No real threats passing outside of their tight end. They just don't have what you're looking for. Stanford has nobody to stretch the field. Now, the recruiting class, woohoo! I've looked at the recruiting class. If those guys stay and they're going to Stanford, most guys who commit to Stanford stay because they love a Stanford degree. I'm telling you, they're one of their receivers. I already did a video on him. Holy smokes, he's good. And obviously their quarterback, Elijah Brown, the modern-day quarterback, he's been starting at modern day for 4 years. Elijah Brown's the truth. So I like where they're headed right now. Stanford's on their way to being great. They're going to be good in about 4 years, trust. But right now, they're outmanned and outgunned. We hitting for real. I'm going to need Memphis to win that game tonight. Need another Tulane loss to give Troy a better shot at the New York Six Bowl. Evan Kramer is a Troy student, a Troy diehard fan. He needs Memphis to win. He doesn't really think it's going to happen. He just needs them to, just so we don't get that confused. What up, Rico? Can't wait for the watch party tonight. Let's get it. Shout out to TJ. He's there every night. If you count props, we would be like 11-5. Darnell McGahee, they don't even let me count props towards my record. All the haters and all these other dudes, these fake MVPs, they don't let me count the props towards my record. But if we count props, not only are the props hitting at something like 80%, but we're way up. We're way up if you count props. I missed 3 props. And I hit like 9 yesterday. If you bet them, you would have hit. It's the parlays that are going to miss. Stop parlaying. How is Notre Dame favored for this week? Am I missing something? No, they have a good defense. They have a good running team, and there's weather. That's it. USC is struggling to beat teams they should be dominating. And they're not dominating. They're just beating them. Get your popcorn ready. Word. And how often do Hail Marys happen in a season? Maybe once. Exactly, TJ. Facts on facts. As a Troy fan who was in attendance for the App State game last year, it feels like it occurs too often. I have PTSD. I'm not even mad about that. I got some of the props. There it is. Man, listen. I've been taking notes and doing better. I'm still losing because the 8-leg parlay dummy. But not tonight. I'm a 3 or 4, and that's it from now on. Look at Jerry. I believe in you, girl. Let's do it. Like Utah tonight. Utah ain't playing tonight. Oh, Utah State. Yeah, man, they look pretty decent. They look pretty decent, Edward Padilla. I hope you watched the video I made. I still, I go the way I go, but they look pretty decent. Do you know if Torrey Horton will play tomorrow? Sounds like he will not play tomorrow, Troy. Torrey Horton will not play tomorrow. If you guys have questions about injuries, let me show you guys this. College football injury report. There's a really good website for it, and it's covers.com. You just go in here, and if you have any questions about any team's injury report, this is where I go. I go to covers.com, Colorado State, Torrey Horton. And by the way, not only do I read this entire thing, I memorize the whole thing. But, yeah, Horton was removed from previous contests due to an unlisted injury and is still up in the air for Saturday. But being questionable is not a good thing. Probable, I'm with you. Questionable, it's about a 50 to 70% chance you're going to play. It's almost a 50-50, right? Doubtful, 60% chance you won't play. There's percentages on all this. But I don't think Horton's going to play, and I don't think you can rely on it. And it just looks like Colorado State might just get ran out the building because of it, just so we're clear. Yeah. Just for Maui, no GFT for Timmy Chang. Timmy Chang was a beast. Timmy Chang is second to none, bro. Timmy Chang was an amazing quarterback, guys. And he's the head coach at Hawaii. If you never saw Timmy Chang play for June Jones, I don't know what to tell you. That run and shoot offense was amazing. Shout out to Tucker Davidson. Just became an MVP. Congratulations, Tucker. Rico, I would love that. Or you would love if Hawaii kept everybody on the island? Birds of a feather. They flock together. Man, Hawaii would be undefeated. They are amazing. Yup. Kahuku? People got mad at me. I couldn't pronounce it correctly. If Hawaii could keep them on the island, it would be nuts. It would. But they don't have that kind of money, and they don't have the facilities to attract these kids. The facilities, man. That stadium is in shambles. It needs a ton of upkeep. Their weight room's kind of dated. A lot of things aren't good at Hawaii, facility-wise. But, man, is their culture there. And Timmy Chang, if he could only get a top 10 player. Did you know that Hawaii, if you go look at recruiting, and you go to state, how do I do it? State rankings? I don't know how to do it. Football recruiting, player rankings. Where's state rankings? Let's go to player rankings and see what happens. Yeah, state rankings. Go to Hawaii. And if you go look at Hawaii's top players, even this year, this is the first year you see guys in the top 10 going to Hawaii. That's awesome. Because look, Oregon State's scalping them. Nebraska, Wisconsin, Oregon State. But you finally got some kids in the top 10. Look at that. Hawaii's doing it. He's got 5 in the top 20. That's good. Because let me show you. You go back to 2023, and then you have to do this every single time because their programmers are lame. Hawaii 2023, look at Hawaii. Never got a single player from the state, not in the top 10. They got one dude at 12, one at 17, and then they get all the back part. But they don't get anybody in the top 10. Can you imagine all these kids, if it was just a bunch of H's? They'd be dominating. It happens every single year. I check this every year. I want to make a video about it and show everybody. State rankings. You go in here, I go look, and I'm like, okay, is Hawaii keeping anybody on the island? Let's look. And there it goes. None. One kid in the top 10. 7th. Oh, there's another one. So this was a couple years ago. But still, they're not getting the top players. They're not getting, even Utah State's taking one of the best players. You can't lose a kid to Utah State. You got to take that. That's a conference. That's a conference opponent. I get it. The Pac-12 can still kids, but come on. But if they could just get any of these guys to stay home, what would Hawaii be, bro? Tell me what they would be. They undefeated. Look at this. Look at the schools that come and take everybody. They got one player. They got 2 in the top 11. It's a damn shame. I wish they could just dominate the whole state, not losing kids to UCF. That shit's at UCF. UCF? You're losing kids to UCF from Hawaii? And I get it. These kids want to get off the island. I understand. But come on, man. Look at that. Where's Hawaii? 16, 17. 3-star kids at that point. You could have got all these studs. Michigan taking them. There's Roman Wilson. Matt Sykes just transferred to Rice. But, you know, there's Jaden DeLara. Playing quarterback for Arizona right now. Like, if you start going through it, there's a safety. He's starting for Stanford right now. You're going to see him tonight. Starting for Stanford, number 33. Gilman. Stud. It's a damn shame. They could have had all these. Nick Herbig? Are you kidding me? Nick Herbig? Damn NFL football player. Couldn't keep him home. St. Louis. I wish Hawaii could do it, man. I wish Hawaii could do it. We got the live party starting in an hour, y'all. After seeing Dog the Bounty Hunter, I don't blame them. Exactly. Everybody wants to get off. I went to Hawaii. I had a good time. I was on vacation, though. Hawaii is not like what you see 100%. If Hawaii could keep all the quarterbacks from the islands, they would be a powerhouse. Does Rico really know? I don't know who you are. What up? Is it much better than what was shown on Dog the Bounty Hunter? Is it better? Oh, okay. It's just like any other city or state. You have your areas. Exactly. Dog's not hanging out in the good areas. Shout out to Tucker Davidson again. Bro, they are not soft at all. They are tough as they come. Oh, Mike Schmidt's gone, bro. Can Cal keep it close against Utah? Utah has an amazing defense, but their offense is putrid. Troy, I believe so. It's actually going to be one of those things I talk about with the MVPs tomorrow, for sure. I just feel that way. I have Colorado losing 5 in a row after tonight. Oh, goodness. Cal and Stanford in the ACC next year. We need to force Notre Dame to be full in. Hey. USC still wins even with the weather. There you go, McGahee. Money, money, money. Keep doing your job, bro. Appreciate the content. You got it, Shark in the Box. Thanks for being here. Where will Washington State and Oregon State end up? I am not a fortune teller. I have no idea. No idea. I've only seen 2 Arizona games, but to me it feels like they have the best offensive line in the Pac-12. Is it just me? They're very aggressive. Like, I watch their linemen go and make blocks to the whistle. Like, they're just constantly pushing themselves. I see guys who have very high motors. That's what I'll say, Michael Hellman. When I watch the tape on Arizona, they finish blocks, and they're eagerly trying to get to the next level and get another block. You ever seen an offensive lineman, like, miss their block and just kind of stand there? Like, he's just bummed out he missed his block. That don't happen at Arizona. They miss their block. They're getting on something else. They're just, I was going to start cursing. They're scratching and fighting. I love it. Let's win all 3 games tonight. It's hard. It's hard to get all 3 right, man. That's hard. Get me a coffee mug, baby. There you go, Padilla. Some MVP want to get babysat. What do you think about Air Force Wyoming? It's an MVP level talk. I will talk about it tomorrow morning, Jared OJ. All I'll say is whoever gets through the Pac-12 is going to be the most battle-tested team in the country, period. Facts. Has San Jose State turned the corner? Yeah, they've always been pretty good. These last 3 years, they've been there since the COVID year, right? COVID year, they won 7 out of their 10 games or something like that. San Jose State is a good team, and they have a good quarterback. It's just when you start the season with UCLA and Washington, you look, or was it Oregon? You just look like, Oregon State, my bad. You look outmatched, and people start thinking, oh, they're not very good. No, they're good. They get into conference play, they can scrap with anybody. They were up against Boise, and then the wheels fell off. But they were up at halftime. They just got to keep playing better. They got to keep getting transfers, keep recruiting right. It's going to be tough for them, though, because a lot of the kids they're getting, Troy Taylor's going to attract them to Stanford if he can. I'm talking about from high schools. Troy Taylor knows how to recruit in Northern California. He's a good recruiter in Northern California. He knows what he's doing. What do you think about Oregon's future post Bo Nix? Can Ty Thompson play? Yeah, but if he can't, they'll just hit the transfer portal and find somebody else. That's how they got Bo Nix. Don't ever worry about somebody's depth chart and try to predict the future on the depth chart there on stupid. It's not realistic anymore. Doesn't matter what a team looks like on the depth chart moving forward. They're going to hit the transfer portal and find 2 players to address their needs. Every team's going to do that. So don't try to assess rosters looking forward. It's a waste of energy. What can you tell us about Dom Hampton? Absolutely. Man, Darius Pearson, bro. Darius Pearson, I love your questions, bro. I apologize. I love your questions. Shout out to you. How do you feel about Jordan Clark, Ryan Clark's son, out of Arizona State? You know, I used to like Ryan Clark. And I'm not saying nothing negative. Just, I'm cool with it. He's a very well-spoken man, so I'm cool with it. But that's where I leave it. I hope Clark plays well. Hope he gets better. You know, I'm looking for, when I start talking about NFL caliber players, I like to point out their pedigree. I like to see, hey, they know how to prepare. They learn from their father, that kind of stuff. But, for example, Jordan Clark comparing to Dom Hampton is night and day. Right? You got a guy like Dom Hampton. He's 6'3". He's an NFL prospect to me. He's a monster. He's just a different entity. Different levels to this shit. That's how I feel. That's a real tight end at UNLV. That's okay. Well, he got hidden forever. Because that guy, he hasn't had a catch all year. How's he dominating? He's from California. You think Jet Thomas is going off this weekend? I don't know if Jet's going off. He's the UNLV running back. But I hope he plays well. He's playing I hope he's playing well. I don't know if he's going off. You think he's going to do 5 touchdowns again like he did against UTEP? Have you talked about the Colorado game? Yes, I have. Rewind the show. Rico, that's a real guy. Look at UNLV's roster. I just looked it up. Hey, Oh, my goodness. I'll have to unblock that guy, Mike Schmidt. I'll have to unrelease him from the prison I put him in. I can't do that while I'm on the show, I don't think. Let me see if I can do it. And now I feel bad. That's funny. Let me see if I can do it. I have to go in here. I did it the other day for, it was like people who were blocked on my channel. I don't remember where to do it. I'm looking. Bear with me, guys. I apologize to the kid. The name didn't ring a bell. He's got no receptions this year. I don't mess around, bro. Let's go. Settings, community. All right, I'm going to find him. What's his name again? Hidden user. What's this kid's name? I just got rid of him. Let's see if I can make it happen. I know his name when I see it. 1 second. DD Smooth. Rico is daddy. That dude's done. Connor Love. Hey, man, some of these people are real people. They probably want back in. They probably had to make new accounts, though. Joe Mama. Where's he at? I don't see him. Hey, I don't see the dude. Maybe I got to hit refresh. Let me close this out. Let me hit refresh. I apologize, man. I don't see him there. I can't do nothing for him now. Usually I'd be able to see him. Community. Look, I'll drop it in the screen. You guys tell me when you see this kid's name. I don't see him. It wasn't Ryan Williamson. He's not on my list. Steven Nelson. Apologize for the break in the show. Not Rafael Lopez. Ben Williams. He's not here, bro. Sorry to break it to you. Hey, he's going to stay blocked for at least 24 hours, and then maybe he'll show up in the dashboard later. It's a 24-hour sit-out, bro. That's just the way it goes. Shout out to Brett DeVerna. Just became an MVP. Congratulations, man. Welcome to the channel. Kaleo Ballengay is real. 6'6", 260 tight end from Kimball High School in California. He's a baller. Put him on your radar. Thoughts on transfer Jaden Higgins at Iowa State from Eastern Kentucky. Not a Pac-12 or Mountain West team. If you're asking me about players like that, you have to wait for that day. Big 12 is on Wednesdays. Garrett Flolo, MVP, welcome to it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Thanks for being here. 1 second. Chat just jumped on me. I'll get back to it. Yo, how do I become an MVP member? There is a link, Bryson Spriggs. There's a link down here in the details. Click it. You can go become one. You can go through YouTube app or Safari. Click the join the channel. What up, what up, what up? There's a link at the bottom. Salute, big dog. Thank you very much for the super chat there, GFT. Appreciate you, man. Rico, much love, my brother. You keep it 100 and own up when you're wrong. Much respect. Yardman, there's no other way to be. I got MVP last night. Logan Campbell. Say what? Say what? What up, Jerry? They was Ty God, as in Thyroid and God. Yeah, Hokie stand. Oh, Tyrod Taylor. My bad. That was Ty God. Okay, I get it now. Tyrod Taylor. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Vick, and Mike Vick. You're a real one, Rico. I'll try to tune in to watch the parties later. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir, Rico. Thanks for the picks. Can't wait to win the third night in a row. Shout out to YNG Lee. He keeps coming in here and saying he's winning every night. Thanks to me. Jerry says, look at that. Man had balls and asked for the tip for free and got it. I refuse to do it. No bar MPs. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Montano. What's up, Rico? How are you and the family? Quick question. Do you think Wyoming and Colorado State have a chance to win outright? Leroy Flood. Those are MVP level questions. I do not think Colorado State has a chance to win outright. I'll say that. I do not think Colorado State has a chance to win outright. Dylan McCarty, welcome to MVP again. MVPs only. Will Elijah Brown have a chance to start at Stanford? Yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. They have problems. They have problems. They have problems at quarterback. He's one of the answers. Murder Inc. on props for sure. There you go. We're crushing them. Love under in Colorado, Stanford. Facts. I coach college basketball for 10 plus years. Need to get you some basketball tips. Yeah, I watch the conference tournaments and March Madness. I'm really focused on transfer portal early in the winter, so I'm really, really busy during that time frame. But I do get around to conference tournaments and March Madness. Timmy Chang, OG quarterback. Yeah, used to watch those late-night Hawaii games. Rico, I watch everything you put on just like that quarterback. Word, Edward Padilla, I appreciate you. NIL. Don't have it. USC and USC. Yep, I know. They go to the Mormon schools too. Exactly. That's when Hawaii was awesome. Jim Jones and the boys. I lived there for 14 years. Damn, Edward Padilla. That's nice, man. I'll tell you what. I was there for 14 days. Had a blast. I do want to go back because I want to have Kim try some prime rib. There was this spot I used to go. I drove 2 hours to hit some prime rib. It was so good. I drove another 2 hours because I was on the beach, Waikiki, right? Waikiki Beach. And I was doing the touristy thing. I was like in a fancy-ass hotel and all that. I was on the beach doing my thing, running every day. And then I drove 2 hours for this prime rib. It was out of this world. Out of this world. It still exists. I want to go. If you're an MVP, make sure you catch all the live streams and listen. Look at Werner. Look at Werner. Take notes and stop doing huge parlays. I single bet all props and plays, and I'm up 16 units in last week. Bro, he's up 16 units in a week listening to me. What are we doing? The man is smart. He's doing it right. What up, Rico? What up? What up? Colorado, Stanford under. Hammer it. Hammer it. Shark in the box. Hammer all the unders tonight. Rico, do you have any prop bets for Colorado? I think I may have missed it. So I have a ton of prop bets for Colorado for MVPs. I can't give you a prop bet for free on the Colorado game. Got to be an MVP to get it. You sound quieter than usual. I'm sorry. I don't know. I need to turn it up. I don't know. I'm turning up the gas. I'm as loud as I can be. You want me to yell? Maybe I should be yelling. I don't know. Something like that. Mike Schmidt's back. I wasn't trolling you, Rico. I think I'm unbanned, but I'm not sure if you can see my comments. I see him, Mike Schmidt. I don't see you banned. Maybe somebody removed you from the ban list before me. Mike Schmidt was unhidden by Evan Kramer. Evan Kramer did it. Evan Kramer did it. Look at that. One of my moderators is on it, bruh. You got this. Welcome back. Welcome back, Mike Schmidt. A lot of your comments are suspect, bro. You're going to find yourself on the outside looking in. Shout out to Brent DeVerner again for becoming an MVP. Who was it? It was Mike Schmidt, the greatest third baseman in Phillies history. Do you think Travis Hunter has a nice welcome back game on both sides of the ball? I know he'll be on a snap count. Yeah, Troy, I think he'll make some plays and won't make a big deal out of it, but he'll be on load management for sure. I wasn't trolling you. I think I'm unbanned. Yes, you are. Do you know why Jawan Mitchell did not play last week? Johnny Ruiz. I do not. I do talk to Colorado's coaching staff pretty often, and I do talk to the players as often as I need to, but I do not ask them questions like that. I stay out of it. So unless it's in the news, I don't try to bother them in season. I don't try to bother them when they're busy for the week. Now, sometimes they write to me, and I'll reply back, but I try not to use any of my insider information or my avenue of communication with them. They're busy, man. I don't need to bug them. So I don't know why Jawan Mitchell missed. If it's not out there in public, I don't know. Travis will be limited on offense. Yep. Thanks, Rico, for real. You got it, Michael Hellman. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the support, for real. Feels like with the intro of the portal, being a head coach now requires a skill set of being a GM, evaluating players, layering in players, to complement and address the holes. Is Prime the best GM coach ever? No, Campbell, that's not how it works. I mean, that's how it works, but it's not how it works. One thing Prime did, there's a video of it on Well Off somewhere way back in the summer. Prime came in, grabbed his position coaches, and said, okay, guys, I need cards on everybody. I need you guys to put together cards, evaluation cards, and tell me how good each player is. I need a grade on everybody. And I don't know if that grade was we need to keep them, get rid of them, on a scale from 1 to 10. I don't know if that grade was 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. I don't know what it was. But Prime did not sit around and do his GM work. He let the position coaches evaluate the players. And position coaches got back to him and said, here's who we should keep, here's who we need to get rid of. And then Prime said, well, we need this number of players gone. We need this number of players in. I have this many transfers I want to sign. Or I'm interested in this number of players. The recruiting group comes in and says, hey, we have this many kids saying they would come to us. They're verbally ready to come. They're going to jump in the transfer portal and join us if we're willing to take them. Because players are not jumping in the transfer portal without knowing what school they're going to. Let me say that again. Players are not jumping in the transfer portal before they know what school they're going to. When they get in the portal, they know what school they're going to. I got that verbatim from a Power 5 coach. Said, Rico, if any kid asks you, when should he jump in the portal? Tell him he should know what school he's going to before he gets in the portal. Not get in the portal and hope to get an offer. Not get in the portal and hope somebody's ready to give him an offer. That is not how it's done. Use a third party, and I'm doing this on behalf of players. I'll tell you that right now. There are certain players out there, shout out to certain schools. There's a player in the SEC right now that has already told me he's going to jump in the portal, and I've reached out to teams on his behalf to see if he can get a scholarship before he goes in. He wants to go, but he's waiting till I get back to him and say, this school will offer you, and you're good. You understand what I'm saying? He's not going to go in the portal till we hear back from a school. Then once a school says they would offer him and they'll take him, then I let him know, and he'll jump in the portal. This is how you circumvent tampering, right? The school can't talk to the player, but he can talk to me. I'm third party. I got no relation. Can't talk to family members, but you can talk to high school coaches. You can talk to trainers. Talk to a best friend. Talk to Rico Knows. Just saying. Evan Kramer, do you see my comments? Yes, we do. Mike, are you causing issues? He was. Rico, what are your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders' watch celebration? To me, it seems cocky. I just think it's lame. I actually don't even think it's cocky. I don't know what it is. I think it's lame. Like, I don't get excited about watches, bro. I don't own a watch. My phone has the time on it, and it's accurate all the time. Why do I need a watch? Like, if you're wearing a watch, what's the point? It's not functional. You don't use it to check the time. You have your phone with you 24/7. Your phone does all that shit. Don't make no sense. I don't know. He might as well be flexing a TI-85. Flex a TI-85, a scientific calculator. I don't give a shit. We got all kinds of stuff that'll do all those calculations for you. You don't even need that anymore. You know, I used to drive around with a TomTom. It's worthless now. You don't need no GPS. What are you flexing a TomTom for? You don't need that shit. Your phone will do it for you. I don't know why anybody rocks a watch and thinks it's fancy. It doesn't change anything. Do we know he's a millionaire? Do we know he's got money? Yeah. So why do we got to buy all this shit? What's the point? Just going around like this. I got a watch. You don't have. Some of those kids in the crowd got more money than Shedeur Sanders. Some of those kids in the crowd are trust fund babies, and their parents are CEOs of some other shit. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's lame. Mike is an SEC homer, so he may be banned again in the future. There you go. Rico, can you tell me why my name isn't green? I'm an MVP. JP Puentes, I don't think you are. I don't think you're an MVP. All MVPs are green. Did your MVP expire and you didn't renew? If it expired, it's been a month. You might need to renew. Mike is just new. Give him some time. He'll learn. The SEC not on the list. Do you think USC can win a title under Grinch? Well, Grinch is not their head coach. They can win a title with what they have this year. That's how good Caleb Williams is. But obviously, they need to get rid of Grinch. He's not a good defensive coordinator. What are the plays tonight? Aches, you're late. Go rewind the show. You talked to the Colorado coaches. Yes, J-Tag, sir. Yes. They talk to me in videos. It's not by chance, bro. We write each other DMs. Yep. Let me see. I can do this right now. Let me see here. Let me see. I'll go to my inbox. I'm not going to show you the conversation, but we can do this. I hate when people don't have receipts. So let's prove it. Where's he at, man? Oh, you guys know Quarterback Plug? They got like 1 million followers. Quarterback Plug's right there. That's Quarterback Plug. All right, we talking DMs. Let's see. There's Coach Mike Pollock right there. That's Colorado. DMs. He's a coach at Colorado. Big Hits Live. He's got like 300,000 followers. We talking DMs as well. Light work, 300,000 followers. We talking DMs every day. Then there's players. You know, I talk to players a lot. I talk to all kinds of people, man. I don't know. My DMs go for days. Oh, and if you're asking for a high school film review, I've responded to a ton of people, but you can look right here. That says 636 responses. 636 people waiting for me to watch their film. I don't know why it's not coming into focus. 636. Oh, man, I'm small. You guys can't see because I'm really tiny. Let me do this. Boom. Let me see now. So, high school film review, 636 requests. Haven't gotten to you guys. 636 people in front of you. Oh, and by the way, that's with all these that are still there. These are all requests. These are all high school film requests right here. Hundreds. So 400 are like this. And if you want to know where I'm getting the film from right now, you just keep going. And when I do a high school film review, it's from the bottom of this list. So, as a matter of fact, there's a kid. If we look, I'll show you guys something. You go in this group. Well, there's Brandon Gant. He plays at Colorado right here. There's a player for Colorado, Brandon Gant, right there. Right? That's an NFL scout, Tyron Law Group. We can do this. There's Carnell. He plays safety for Missouri. Dylan Carnell. There's Austin Simmons. He plays quarterback at Ole Miss. That's the kid who skipped 2 years of school. I don't know why it's not focusing anymore. Right? There's, we can do this all day. You guys know K2. I'm forgetting his real name right now. But he just flipped from UNLV to UCLA. It's unfortunate. But that's where I'm getting, okay, high school film. So the next high school film I'm doing is this kid Jay. Little Jay right here. He's the next one I'm doing. And if you don't know, his request is from 7/7. So from July 7th. That's where I'm at right now. But I got all these I got to do. So, yeah. I'm busy. Talking to people. There's Mike Pollock right there. Coach Pollock, shout out to him. That's Colorado. Just so we know. I don't know why it's not focusing. There you go. And he was active 26 minutes ago. But we talk whenever we want. So, yeah, I can reach out to the staff if I need to. It is what it is. Obviously, talk to all the players. They're in the DMs. What are your plays tonight? Aches, buy MVP if you want to know all that info. Thank you very much. Sorry, this just jumped on me. All you dudes who don't have a green name, what are y'all doing? $25 a month. It's free. Come on. Come on to the team. There's no free plays anymore. Egg says, TI-85, Evan Kramer, I'm keeping it real. Old head mentality. No, I'm old head mentality, bro. I got more money than everybody because I don't waste my money on a watch. I don't like Rico used to flex a pager. No, I'm playing. I used to flex it, but I don't like people who spend money on jewelry. I don't like any ice, any chain. It's a waste of money. You know why Iverson's broke? He spent over $100 million on jewelry. You guys know jewelry's not an investment, right? Jewelry can't be resold for the price you bought it for. Jewelry loses its value. It depreciates. All these people buying chains and they think, oh, yeah, you could go back and... No, you can't. You got ripped off. It's gross, man. It's unintelligent is what it is. ASU kids definitely got more money than Shador. 100%. If you're good in football, you should be cocky. People hate on you if you're cocky or humble, so it really doesn't matter. Terrell, it's not even about being cocky. Like, he could have went up and flexed on him. I would have been cool with that. The watch thing is just dumb to me. It's like, what? What does this mean? I'm gonna walk around with my key fob out and just flex my car. I own my car. What's up? That doesn't make no sense, man. I used to hate dudes like that. I knew a dude in the bar. He'd go in the bar and he'd just put his keychain on the bar to flex. It was a Mercedes. He put the keychain on the bar so everybody could see the key fob of a Mercedes. And that was his conversation piece. Yeah, that dude wasn't getting any pussy, bro. That dude was wasting his time. He got no game. No game. I'm pulling baddies left and right. That dude's saying, oh, man, it's not working, man. I could pull it barefoot in my K-Swiss, bro. I know plenty of dudes getting girls from the bus stop. I get all your MVP videos and updates on my cell. Maybe your cellular phone has a different login, JP Puentes. Maybe you're using a different login on your cell. No, just this one. JP, yeah, you might be signed into a different account on your cell then. Sign up on your cell? Yep, that's what it is. How are we feeling about Dante Moore last week, Rico? Was pretty impressed he pulled off the sim, but the Wazoo offense was horrible. Yeah, man, it's because the UCLA defense was so good. Don't get it twisted. Wazoo offense is great. UCLA defense is stud. Remember, they held Utah to 7 points. They lost 14-7, but it was a pick six, and then they held Utah to 7 points the rest of the game. Utah's defense is really good. Don't get that twisted at all. Dante Moore, though, he's good. Leaves a lot, he struggles, but he's good. He's got a good coach. Chip Kelly knows what to do at the collegiate level. James Womack said, what's up? Can we request a college player for you to look at, or do we still message you on TikTok? You guys message me on TikTok, send a DM. I'll get around to it, man. There's so many requests, I'm never running out of material. Slow up, we gamblers, you teaching economics in a PE class. My bad. $5 million a year from Reebok is broke. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by broke. Will there be another MVP video before the games tonight or just the live? Just the live, J Key. I think I said everything I needed to say. If there were any questions from the MVPs, they needed to put it in the comments before this show started. I'm working. He posted an MVP video a few hours ago. Correct. I hope you guys got it. I posted an MVP video today. Who got that from Reebok? Yeah, jewelry, cars, clothes, shoes, etc. All depreciate in value over time. Real estate is where it's at. These dudes don't know. I know, TJ. I know. I feel you. Hey, guys, thanks for being here tonight. Live stream starts in 40 minutes. Love to see everybody there. MVP, show up heavy, show up deep. Remember, watch the video. Take notes. Hit on all the props. And remember, don't talk sports with your friends because they sure as hell don't know. But Rico knows. Peace, y'all. I don't have my outro song. I'm out.